A persistent inquiry haunts anonymous online searches, midnight browsing sessions, and hushed discussions among men. This concern involves widespread misconceptions, worry, and abundant false information regarding the actual effects on your body, particularly your prostate gland, when engaging in daily self-stimulation. Online rumors might indicate it poses risks, potentially causing harm, swelling, or more severe consequences. Such fearful speculation exists abundantly, yet what do legitimate scientific findings actually reveal? Today, I'll share the factual information with you, and I guarantee the findings are truly astounding, almost definitely contrary to what you've been taught to expect. Continue reading, as you'll want to learn this information. To genuinely comprehend this remarkable truth, we must first familiarize ourselves with an essential component in this discussion: the prostate gland. What exactly is this organ? Simply explained, the prostate represents a compact, nut-shaped gland forming part of masculine reproductive anatomy. Its primary function involves creating the liquid that feeds and carries sperm cells, commonly called seminal fluid. It's positioned directly beneath the bladder and anterior to the rectum. Despite its modest size, this gland significantly influences masculine wellness, particularly during aging, and due to its vital importance, it frequently becomes a source of considerable worry. You've likely encountered the assertions, the false beliefs that spread through men's changing rooms and digital discussion boards, suggesting that regular self-stimulation can exhaust the prostate, potentially causing persistent swelling, a medical condition called prostatitis, or the most dreaded concern among males, that it might somehow elevate your chances of developing prostate cancer. Such anxieties are comprehensible. Prostate cancer ranks among the most prevalent cancers affecting men, making any factor that could influence that risk a matter of serious consideration. For many years, these concerns remained mostly unquestioned, attributed to folk wisdom, or ethical cautions masked as medical guidance. However, scientists at one of the world's most esteemed academic institutions chose to end the speculation. They resolved to examine these beliefs through an extensive, long-duration scientific investigation. Their discoveries didn't merely dispute the misconceptions, they completely demolished them. This research transformed the entire discussion surrounding self-stimulation and prostate wellness permanently. What represents this astounding revelation? What did scientific research ultimately uncover? The groundbreaking investigation I'm referencing originates from an institution you've certainly recognized, Harvard University, particularly the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. This wasn't merely a minor questionnaire. They monitored almost 32,000 men for nearly 20 years, carefully documenting their habits and health results. Among the crucial information they examined was ejaculation frequency. Upon analyzing their data, the findings were remarkable. They epitomized the phrase, "You won't believe it." Here's the revelation. The investigation discovered that men who reported higher ejaculation frequency showed a significantly reduced risk of developing prostate cancer. Allow me to restate this, as it deserves emphasis: more frequent ejaculation correlated with decreased prostate cancer risk. The statistics were precise and meaningful. Men who ejaculated 21 or more times monthly demonstrated up to a 33% lower risk of contracting prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated merely 4 to 7 times monthly. This discovery completely contradicts the traditional fears. Rather than causing harm, the evidence indicated a substantial protective benefit. This wasn't an anomaly. The findings have been validated by additional research, including a significant Australian investigation that identified a similar protective correlation. The major question becomes, why? How could something so straightforward create such a profound impact on prostate gland health? Scientists propose several leading theories, all quite logical. The first and most accepted concept is frequently termed the prostate stagnation hypothesis. Consider your prostate ducts as miniature conduits. The theory proposes that regular ejaculation assists in cleaning these conduits. This mechanism removes old cells, accumulated secretions, and potentially dangerous substances or carcinogens before they can remain, create inflammation, and possibly initiate the cellular modifications leading to cancer. It functions essentially as a natural purification system. The second theory focuses on cellular wellness. Each time a cell reproduces, there exists a small possibility of a genetic mistake, a mutation potentially causing cancer. The hypothesis suggests that frequent ejaculation encourages a healthier pattern of cellular renewal. It stimulates the prostate to replace old, potentially compromised cells with new, healthy ones more effectively, decreasing the chance for malignant cells to establish and proliferate. A third concept relates to stress and inflammation. We understand that chronic inflammation represents a significant risk factor for numerous cancer types. The process of ejaculation connects to reduced tension and psychological stress. By decreasing stress levels, you might also be lowering the body's general inflammatory response, which would naturally contribute to a healthier internal environment for the prostate. When you combine everything, the science creates a clear picture. Regular ejaculation, whether from intercourse with a partner or from self-stimulation, appears to contribute significantly to maintaining prostate health by cleansing the system, encouraging healthy cell renewal, and potentially reducing inflammation. It represents a powerful combination. This science is remarkable for understanding long-term health and cancer risk, but I recognize that for many of you reading, the concern isn't solely about the future, it's about the irritating symptoms you're experiencing currently. I'm referring to awakening several times nightly, that persistent, bothersome sensation that you cannot completely empty your bladder, or a weak stream that's simply frustrating. If that description resonates, I want to pause momentarily and mention something special. There exists an intriguing video presentation that reveals a potent spring water juice based on an uncommon Asian treatment that addresses the underlying cause of these exact symptoms, what they characterize as a hidden prostate blockage. It's formulated to deliver rapid relief for those precise issues. Direct your phone's camera toward the QR code visible on the screen currently to view it. It will open directly on your phone. I've also placed the direct link as the top pinned comment beneath this video. Proceed, open it in a new tab and then return immediately, because we still need to discuss the broader perspective of prostate health. Now, regarding the remaining broader perspective of prostate health, you might be considering, this is amazing. Is frequent ejaculation a miraculous solution, a guaranteed method to prevent prostate cancer? This is where we must be responsible and examine the complete picture. The answer is not precisely. It's essential to understand that this research demonstrates a very strong correlation, not necessarily a direct one-to-one causation. What does this mean? It indicates that while the connection is powerful, there could be additional factors involved. For instance, it's possible that men with higher ejaculation frequency also tend to maintain other healthier lifestyle practices, and that combination produces the reduced risk. The fundamental understanding is that ejaculation frequency likely represents one important element of a much larger puzzle regarding prostate health. It doesn't provide permission to neglect everything else. Consider it as one powerful instrument in your toolkit, but you require other instruments as well. What are they? First, diet is essential. Diets abundant in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats correlate with better prostate health. Foods containing lycopene, such as tomatoes, watermelon, and grapefruit, are especially beneficial. Green tea and foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids like fish are also excellent additions. Second, exercise. Regular physical activity helps you maintain healthy weight, which is enormously important. Obesity represents a recognized risk factor for more aggressive prostate cancer forms. Even 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days weekly can create a significant difference. Third, avoid smoking and limit alcohol consumption. Both correlate with increased risk of various cancers and can negatively affect your overall health. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, be proactive. Nothing, not diet, not exercise, not ejaculation frequency, replaces the necessity for regular medical examinations, especially for men over 40 or 50, or those with family history of prostate cancer. Discussing screening options like the PSA blood test with your doctor represents the single most effective method to detect any potential problems early, when they remain most treatable. Let's return completely to our original astounding question: what does daily self-stimulation do to your prostate? The incredible truth, supported by top-tier science, is that rather than being the harmful activity that myth and fear have portrayed, it might actually be among the simplest, most natural actions you can take to contribute to healthier prostate function over the long term. It's not a cure-all. It's not a substitute for a healthy lifestyle and regular doctor visits, but the evidence is compelling. A healthy sexual life, which includes self-stimulation, is a partner, not an adversary in the battle for long-term prostate health. If you found this information valuable and want more health myths busted with real science, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps. Make sure you're subscribed and you've clicked the notification bell so you don't miss our next content. Now I want to hear from you. What other men's health myths have you heard that you want us to investigate next? Drop them in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.